Hello everyone, I am PyroFalkon and this is Hardspace Shipbreaker. In the last episode we had a minor issue after I explosively decompressed a ship when I was unprepared to do so, so now we are going to go back to work, try to put that behind us. Oh, ship systems, power generator, now authorized to work on salvage containing power generators. Power generators are connected to a distributed breaker system to manage flow and output. To salvage safely, remove the fuses at each breaker. Indicator lights on the breaker show the electrical current level. Fuses are safest to extract when at zero current. Once all fuses have been removed, the power generator will be safe to extract. So that's a pretty easy mini game at most.
Got a bit of a surprise for you this morning, 52.
Go on,
Well,
Hal.
we should talk this through a bit more.
Yeah, Joseph. Something you'll learn about being a manager: always be pushing your people. It's how they grow. Now, I see so much confidence on this crew. I think it's time to bump everyone up a hazard level.
Hal, this is too soon. I really don't see eye to eye with you on this.
Well, sometimes you need an outside perspective on things. All right, Joseph. Go ahead and train up 52 here when they're ready.
Sorry, Cutter. I'll help ease you into this. Just let me know when you're ready to start training. Weaver out.
I actually do agree with Hal on one thing. Challenging people, pushing people, as he says. I wouldn't necessarily put it that way, but by challenging people, that is how they grow. That is how we all grow. Going outside of our comfort zones, trying something new, and trying to stifle the voices in our head that tell us not to try something. I mean, there is always a limit, and striking that balance is the important thing to do if you're the boss. Trying to make sure you push without pushing too hard. In this case, I'm me. I can handle whatever this game throws at me. That said, maybe pushing the others to do that is not necessarily in their best interest. So we just expanded the range of our scanner, and let's increase the strength of the grapple. Yeah, that should be good. Nothing needs repaired, so we're going to start our shift. We may have a training ship to do. Yeah, we do. Okay. So, this is really easy. It's going to depend on whether Hal gives me the training time or not. There's one point where he's like, you don't get training time anymore. I can't remember if it's this one or the next one. If it's this one, we may ignore him because of what I will explain when we get started, just in case you're watching this for tips. Oh, we need tethers.
Hey there, Cutter. Gonna really need your full attention.
Doing okay, Ty?
We're going over the power generator.
Thinking, I guess.
Hold up now. Training time has...
Oh shit, it bugged. God. Hold on. I'm gonna abandon the shift. I want to see if I can trigger those conversations separately, because the game does that occasionally, where it's going to hit you with two different conversations at the same time, and it's really difficult to parse. So even if you're reading along, there was a third conversation also going on while I was buying my tethers. So here's what we're going to do instead. What we're going to do is we're going to... Oh, God. Shut up, Hal. Whoops. Nope, didn't mean to do that. Alright, so what we're going to do instead, now that all the blathering is done, is we're going to go back to the ship we were just on. There's nothing in it, and this is going to hurt my debt, but I'm trying to trigger the conversation between Kai and, I think, Lou separately so you can actually hear it. So, let's do this real quick.
Hey there, fellas.
Yeah, here we go.
Thought I'd share some words of wisdom this morning. This is from Megan Rye Paulson's book, Owning the Future. You should read it. Okay. Focus. Focus is the brawn of the mind. Focus is power. Focus is divination. Focus on what you want to achieve. Let nothing deter you and you will succeed. Focus is achievement. Ah, incredible. So let's focus up out there, yeah? Let's achieve, people. Roads out.
All right, that wasn't the conversation I was hoping to trigger, but that's fine. We're just going to go ahead and end our shift immediately, which sucks because we don't get any money, and we're going to get dinged with the daily costs. But, I mean, I don't know what else to do. If it triggers, if the two conversations trigger again at the same time, I'm just going to keep my mouth shut, and then you can probably pause the video during the conversations to hear what's going on. I did see that this is the one where we don't get training time, so I need to get started immediately, but I will let them blather. Go ahead and pause and mute the video, back it up, do whatever you need to do to see the conversations. Then I'll talk once they're done talking. Good luck, and if you can parse multiple sentences at once, it's a power I wish I had. Here we go.
Gonna really need your full attention today.
Oh, they're not doing the double conversation.
The power generator.
Hold up now. Training time has not been authorized. We have quotas to meet.
Hal, power generators are highly hazardous.
Joseph, you've got to promote self-sufficiency in your team. Let 52 here hash it out. Nothing like a spare or two to let the lesson sink in.
Hal,
look, I gotta report if we're not hitting quotas. Don't want to draw Rye Paulson's attention now, right?
all right, Cutter. I'm adding some tasks for you to follow for this shift only. Just make sure you pull them fuses before going for the power generator.
We have a problem with that because the reactor is back here. There is an airlock, but the airlock is blocked by this fuel tank, which that's a problem. What? All right. The airlock is not important per se because the entire back end of the ship is depressurized, so we don't really need the airlock. I think that's a bug too. I can't imagine it's the developer's intent that the only way into a ship, that is the airlock, would be blocked by something that you'd have to cut. That doesn't even make any logical sense in a ship design kind of way. But we have to get in there. And the problem is, since it's a level 2 reactor, I can't just necessarily cut my way in. Oh my god, I'm going to have to... Oh, I could cut the airlock out. Yeah, I could cut the airlock out and then go in that way. Because, again, the airlock doesn't matter since everything's depressurized anyway. So we're going to have to... We're going to have to come in like this. I could try to get the fuel canisters out, but the entire problem here, what I was waiting for them to explain, or I guess what I was waiting for them to blather about with the tutorial so I could then explain, is the problem with getting rid of your fuel, or your getting rid of the power generator means you can't flush the engines anymore. So flushing the engines is always priority 1. Getting the reactor out is priority 2, and then shutting down the power is priority 3. But the game is not giving me the chance to do all that. So I'm going to have to... I'm going to have to go in from a very odd angle in order to fulfill all my objectives. I can't... If I cut the back end completely off by cutting these 4 cut points, there's one in on each corner, I accidentally cut one. But if I cut all 4, then that also cuts power to the back end. And then I wouldn't be able to flush the engine again. And I must flush the engine if we're going to get the reactor out of there safely. This is some bad RNG. So all these ships are procedurally generated to an extent. And there must be rules about how each ship is made, because sometimes you have one airlock, sometimes you have two airlocks, sometimes the ship, certain pieces are turned 90 degrees. Like, that's all fine. But I've never encountered yet before a ship where my only path of entry, that is the airlock, is blocked. So we're going to have to be a little creative to get in there. So what I'm going to do, if I can move... Oh boy, oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. It's kind of freaking out. So I've cut them free, but I still can't get them out because of, like, this part. Can I cut this part? Yes. Okay, let's cut the other one. Okay, now can I shake this loose a little bit? Ooh, I can shake it loose enough that I can get in there. That's the important thing. Yep, I can squeeze myself in there barely. Okay, so now we're gonna zip to the back and flush the thruster. And then I don't think cutting the power is going to allow me to pull the reactor. But if I have to, like if it does force me to pull the reactor at that point, then I need to make sure I'm ready for it. So we need to cut a hole in the back end of the ship so I can get the reactor out in a moment's notice. Now the nice thing is I don't have to try to get the power generator out of the ship. You can see over there it's an optional goal, and I don't think I get anything out of it. Oh, here's something. So these symbols here mean I can only cut into them with a demo charge. So we're going to place a couple demo charges.
Now, just make sure to clear the area before detonating that bad boy.
And I'm going to try to get the engine out of there before I attempt to blow it, because if that explosion hits the engine, bad things are going to happen. So we're going to move that. Oxygen is low. Let's go take care of that real quick. Bonk. Yeah, this ship is going to take the full episode. Not only because of the little restart issue, but just these javelins are very, very large and are delicate. I mean, they require some delicate maneuvers to get everything out of them properly. But this was the type of ship I was waiting on the demo charges for in the first place. So I'm glad I've got them now. I can salvage the ship. It's just going to take a while. I remember the first time I got one of these, it was really intimidating. But like with a lot of big jobs, the best thing to do is just take it one step at a time and do what you know you can do, and soon everything will fall into place. It's like a 3D puzzle. So we're going to push the thruster into the barge. Okay, that should be enough. And now when I blow the 2 demo charges, that'll free the antennas up. Okay, so the antennas get sent down to the barge. And then this thing gets sent to the processor. Hopefully it makes it. I think it will. There we go. Perfect. Perfect. Okay. So this part needs to just get out of the way. We're gonna just tether that to the back wall just to get it out of my way for a second. All right, next, the reactor. I still need to cut a hole in the outer part of the ship so I can get there. If I'm going to do that, I need to get this big-ass outer ring out of here. So, Pyro pro tip on this. You can get these rings out with just 3 cuts, including 1 demo charge. Even though there are demo charge points here and here, this all goes to the barge. So what you do
5 minutes left in this shift, Cutter, before they turn the lights out.
is you cut here, and then you cut here, then you set a demo charge here. And then the whole thing can just be sent down into the barge. Now the top one is more tricky, but only because the ship is in the way. So because we don't have a clear path yet, I'm just going to get the top one out of the way, similar to what I did with the butt cap. It's a technical term. So we cut that. Cut that. Set that. Now we're just going to move this. Just to get it out of the way for now. And then once we get all this, the rest of the back end off, we can send it straight into the barge. All right, next thing. If we can cut the fins off, we can then pull this entire back ring out of the ship. So, oh boy. This is where having that outer casing around the reactor is helpful, because if you have an errant shot on your cutter, it's not going to be a big deal. Okay, so this goes to the processor.
Processing valuable deposit. Credits transferred.
There we go. Okay. Goes there. Perfect. Okay. So now I believe this outer ring. Yes, the outer ring is loose. I don't think I can... Oh, I am actually pulling it. Wow. Okay, so if we can pull it
Valuable object processed. Credits deposited.
away from the rest of the ship, and then if we send it into the processor, hopefully that will clear and will not hit. Oh, that was close. Like, that wouldn't have been a problem, but it would have bonked the ship a little bit and made my life a little harder. Okay, so now we can hopefully get this next ring out of here. Damn, they really shoved as much as they could into this little section, huh? Okay.
This is your 1-minute warning, Cutter.
Yeah, we're gonna have to extract the reactor in the next shift.
Warning. Fuel levels are low.
It's all right. Okay, now if I can get this cap off, that'd be great. Let's call it.
Deposit accepted for processing.
Let's call it a shift for now. But if I can get that last cap off, that will make extracting the reactor much, much less dangerous because I will have a clear path to the barge at that point.
Warning.
We'll just have to do the power generator in a shift or two because there's just no way I can get to it with this configuration of the ship.
Hello, Shipbreaker. This is your morning wake-up call.
Hi. Great. 3.2 million on that previous shift. Not bad. Could be better, could be worse. And after the restart, I forgot to add the stuff to Shippy again. So we're going to quickly install our parts into Shippy. I'm glad Shippy handles all that. This is a game of destruction, not construction. Let Shippy handle building stuff. We're here to tear ships apart. Our equipment is good. We only have 5 Linux tokens, or Lynx tokens, can't do anything with that. So let's keep on going with this ship. I mean, we got a decent chunk done. We got a lot of the setup done.
I really need to upgrade the strength on my tethers. These ones are really slowing me down.
Ha! Back in my day, we didn't even have them. Hell, beam-based grapple wasn't a thing neither. Whoa, really? Wait, how did you move salvage?
High tensile cables, hand placed. Also had concussive charges. Dangerous and very slow to work with.
Deaths were a lot more common those days.
More common?
Huh. That's impressive, actually. You two should show us how it was done in the old days sometime. Sure thing, kid.
Dee Dee's voice never struck me as an older lady until those conversations happened, and then I sort of couldn't unhear it. But Dee Dee has definitely been around a while. And there are plenty of hints, of course, that she's been there a while, like when Hal shows up, and the fact that she had heard of the Sparkless demo charges, that kind of thing. Okay, so that removes, or that should remove those caps. Let's see. Ooh, or not. Nope, they're still attached to something. Let's see if I can figure that out. I'm not seeing... Oh, there? That cut point? What is that? Oh, that's the environmental control unit. Oh, crap. Okay, I don't think I can expose the reactor any more than I have then. I should have enough time to extract it, but I'm going to need a battle plan once I get all these doors off, or the safety panels off of it. So let's do that first. Yes, Nisi? Hello, Nisi. Did you bring a present? No, you're just coming. Oh, do you need lap time? Hold on. Yep, I know. There you go. Oh, baby. Yep, okay. Hi. Yes, tail. Yes. Okay. Please don't. Alright, this is fine. Hard mode has engaged. Cat mode has engaged. Yes, baby? Please don't fall off me, you ridiculous beast. Yes, I love you too. Oh god, why? Why, baby? Can I not do 3 episodes without you? Is 2 the limit? Oh, I just realized I was holding the controller really high and it's in the camera's... I can't get the camera to show you to the people, Nisi. She's like, I don't care, I just want pets. Yes, there you go, baby. Just settle down. There you go. Yeah, good girl. Alright. Oh shit, the reactor's moving. Okay. Alright. That's a problem. I'm gonna have to be... It's because I separated it from too many things, I think. Yep, there we go. Okay. Alright, we're good, we're good, we're good. Yep, we're good. Alright, I mean, the reason that worked is because I was cautious and basically dug out as much as I possibly could before dealing with the reactor. Alright, so now we just need to clean up. And... Alright, we're gonna need to move that. We'll grab the coolant. You know, that entire sequence was not ideal, but it worked. I see. Okay. I think my hand is stuck right now. There we go. I think I got it unstuck. I don't recall ever seeing the environmental control unit bolted to the floor like this with cut points. I really am going to have to go back and read all the patch notes for Shipbreaker because I've had way too many questions about what has changed over the weeks. And I need to get some information. I keep saying I'm going to, and I'm bad about that. Alright. Okay, so the environmental control unit is now loose. I'm going to try to pull it out. And we'll send it down into the barge. And get the door panel. Okay. And the environment, or the atmosphere regulator. Okay. Alright. So now, these are the airlocks. Well, now that we have the reactor taken care of, I can cut the back end of the ship away from the rest. So, here, and here, and here. Okay. So now, this whole thing is separate.
Warning. Oxygen reserves are dropping.
Oxygen reserves are dropping. I can't wait until I get enough points to make oxygen not a problem anymore. I got spoiled with that in my main save. Because there is a point where you can buy enough oxygen upgrades that you never have to buy oxygen again. Alright. Still have pieces on the back wall and up above, but that's fine. We don't need to rush to get them out. I think my best play here is to get these girders out of the way, and then No, because well, I guess if I shoot it directly like this... Because if I do this, then I'll be able to send the airlocks down into the barge. Yes, good. Free those.
Salvage deposit secured. Credits awarded.
And these things, we can just kind of try to push them out, or not.
Deposit confirmed.
Well, that did jiggle the back end a little bit out of alignment. I know what I just said. Let's all be mature. Or, anyway, I'm a mature Let's Player. Alright. There we go. Okay, so with that done... Alright, this entire thing goes to the processor. So we can do that. Because I don't think it's attached. Oh, is it attached? Oh shit, it is attached. Hold on. There we go. Send that whole thing to the processor. Yeah, there's going to be a little bit that's... Oh no, even this panel is processor. I thought that panel would be furnace. Okay. So we're going to have to make some cuts in order to maximize our income here.
Carter, ship's got about 5 minutes left in her. Let's make them count. Leave her out.
So that goes there. Yep, that'll be fine. So this back cap... Oh, it's loose. Oh, fantastic. So this entire back cap that I just popped off, that goes to the furnace. But then the ring here goes to the processor. And just like that, I have managed to clear out the back end of the ship. So now we can do a little bit of cleanup. And so this can go straight to the barge. And this can go to the processor. So now we only have 2/3 of the ship remaining. Okay, time to start working on these friggin' fuel tanks. So, we always work from the outside in. Oh, Nisi, please, Nisi, please, Nisi, no, Nisi. Okay, bye, Nisi. Jesus. We work from the outside in, so we want to take these off first. This is where shit gets real dangerous. And you need to make sure there is nothing behind your cut point that can't absorb your cutter. Okay. Yeah, these extra long fuel canisters, that is different. Alright, one down. Let's work side to side.
Salvage registered. Transferring credit.
There we go. Okay, I'm just holding position while that thing moves. Alright, do I have anything else? Nope. Not on that section. Got a little bit here. I want to try to get all of these dealt with before I try to tackle that massive fuel canister in the center of the ship. Because the less things that I can bump into, the better. Especially when all of what we're talking about bumping into is fuel canisters. That's just... That's just a recipe for disaster. Okay. My pyro pro tip on this is these metal things always have a back to them, so you can shoot the cut points without fear. You just have to make sure you line up on it properly. And then you can kind of nudge the fuel canisters out of the way. Alright, one more. Two more. This one's going to be a little bit trickier since it was exactly above the ship. But if we just kind of push it to the side, like that, now send it that way.
Ship's almost done in the middle, Cutter. 1 minute left.
Oh, did this ring never get down there? Just help it finish its journey. 1 minute left should give me enough time to get this last fuel canister out of here.
Warning. Oxygen reserves.
It's all right. 35 seconds. We've got enough oxygen.
Salvage registered. Transferring credits.
All right. Okay, that was a good shift. I don't know if we made a lot of money from that. Oh, we did, because that was the reactor. That was the second shift. Holy crap, never mind. Yeah, we made a ton of money from that one. We still may have some cleanup to do with the various parts that I left behind. 10 million in one shift. That's pretty good. We still have some we may have some cleanup with some of the stuff I left behind, but now the next shift will be getting that big fuel canister out of the way.
Cutter 9346-52. Your designated sleep period is now over. Have a great day.
Shift 3 is finished. So, or rather, Shift 3 is starting. Shift 2 is finished. So now, let's see. Anything need repaired? The thrusters need help. Everything else is probably going to need help after this shift. Let's get more oxygen. I think that's all I need at the moment. I guess range would be nice. Wait. Oh, I shouldn't have bought that. This is the one I should have saved up for. The heat capacity. Oh well, that's fine. Since I usually like getting up close and personal with the cut points anyway, range is not that big of a deal for me. We're good on fuel and tethers. Oh, this is the conversation we missed.
Doing okay, Kai?
Oh, yeah. Thinking, I guess. Looking at Earth. Hard to imagine how much life used to live on it.
Can't fixate on the past, kid.
Yeah. You know, if my life had been different, I wouldn't be up here. I'd be working with animals. Well, nature in general. Maybe an ecologist or biologist. Not sure what they do, but I think I'd like it. Just imagine what Earth must have been like a couple hundred years ago. Full of life.
Animal husbandry ain't quite the same, but it might scratch that itch. Something to consider at least when you finish here.
Yeah. Thanks, Dee Dee. I'll keep that in mind when I finish.
Okay, so I think these cut points that are showing the like these cut points here, because they require the demo charge, I think that's a fool's trap. I think what we need to do this safely is to very carefully cut the metal structure out. So what we're gonna have to do, as always, is we point our point cutter at the metal and make sure that everything behind it can actually take the cutter. And the downside to doing it this way, not only is it slow, but we're wasting a lot of metal here that we could be salvaging. However, the fuel canisters are more valuable, and we don't want to accidentally hit them. I've never had to extract these this way. I've always had an alternative way to do it. But with this specific configuration, I don't think I have a choice. Because, see, this cut point, I could destroy the cut point, like if I aim like this, but if I take out the actual metallic structure, that is just as good. I just need to make sure I aim right. Did I not? I cut something. Just need to always make sure you see what's behind your cutter. Then you will be safe. Oh yeah, there's like two chunklets there. Oh, I just saw the whole thing move. Okay, so that did work because the entire fuel canister here shifted a little bit. Now, that's fine. The problem is, how do we get it out? I think if I cut here, like if we can remove the back cap, then I can just pull the fuel canisters out that way. Yeah, because this entire thing goes to the furnace. Oh, maybe not. There's a... the little round arms go to the processor, but that's fine. That's a cost I'm willing to accept. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Yeah, the fuel canisters want to move. They're not fully free yet, though. I need to get rid of all of the bars, or it's going to get caught when I try to extract it.
Raw material deposited. Transferring credits.
I should have repaired the cutter before doing this. Okay. Oh, I can just move this? This is loose now? Excellent. Okay. So I think that's it. I think I'll be able to extract the fuel tank now. The fuel tank is pretty heavy, but I think my grapple will be okay. I actually can't tell if I'm actually extracting it or not. All right, let's see what the status is. Okay. It did not perfectly extract. The metal is still on it somewhere. It's caught on something. It's caught right there. That's not super great. Now, one thing I noticed is the rings, the metal rings there, that's only worth less than 10,000. And then the fuel tank is worth 117,000. So if I cannot extract it, it's better to send the whole thing to the barge. Let's see what happens.
Tether supplies are low.
Yeah. All right, so the whole thing is going to go to the barge, and that is acceptable. I mean, that's a little bit of money that we're going to lose, but you know what? At least we've got the fuel tanks extracted. Yeah. Yep, that's exactly... Yeah, there's just no way I'm going to be able to extract the metal from those fuel tanks. But that's fine. You know what? That's not a whole lot of money that is going to be classified as destroyed. And again, I'm not sitting up like a good YouTuber should. Okay, so that's that. Now we can start to get to work on the rest of this nonsense. So the furnace, okay. I mean, at this point... Oh, am I out of... Alright, well, that's fine. Oh, man. We're going to need at least another shift to get this ship done. I'm out of demo charges. That's one thing that that's another purchase I recommend to do fairly early. Get more demo charge capacity because you only start off with 5, and that is just not enough with some of these bigger jobs. I mean, to do that properly, I would have probably needed 4 demo charges per ring, and that would have quickly added up. Okay, do that, and then a boosh. Then grapple, send that down into the barge. I think I'll probably extract this ring the same way I did the previous one, which is I'll have to get in there and cut those little winglets off first before pulling the ring out. And a boosh. And a boosh. I love this game so much. Like, as challenging as that was, it's still not super challenging. And I really... It just gives me the perfect balance between having to think, but not having to, like... I don't know, explode my brain cells, I guess. Alright, let's just put that up here for now. There we go. Okay, just to get it out of the way. Alright, so the cabin and compartment are pressurized, but that's it. Let's head on inside. We only have 5 minutes left, but this way I can kind of scout the ship and hopefully find some atmosphere regulators that will help me depressurize. Nope, well, that one's destroyed, so that's not helpful. Well, this is the one that's pressurized. Oh, man. All right. Well, looks like we're going to have to do another explosive decompression if we want to get this going. So again, if you know you're going to have to do an explosive decompression, get the atmosphere regulator out first because it will snap off, and then also grab anything loose that's on the ground. Now we seal off the airlock.
Airlock depressurizing.
And it looks like the best place to do this is going to be the floor. So, oh, wait. Oh, there's a data drive. We haven't had a data drive in a while. All right, anything else that's loose in these two rooms? That could actually cause me harm, because this thing cannot cause me harm. Okay, guess not. All right, so we get the cutter, switch it to that mode. Hang on to the wall and hope for the best. Okay, that was a terrifying sound, but everything worked fine. So now the entire ship is depressurized. We can get this atmosphere regulator out of here. And so when we start in on that, it's going to be a lot easier to deal with. All right, are any of the... Okay, nothing is still locked. Excellent. So now we can start working on this a bit. Let's head on inside the cockpit. We can quickly grab some stuff from in here. I like doing the cockpits because usually it's easy to cut outward, and they're pretty quick to just completely get everything that's there. Oop. Thank you, sound effect, for telling me things got a little too spicy for a moment. I'm playing the game louder than I had been playing it when I've been recording these episodes, and I've missed a few audio beeps here and there because it was so quiet.
Object accepted for processing. Credits deposited.
Okay. There's an atmosphere regulator in there too. Alright.
Alright, Cutter, wrap it up. You got about a minute left.
Sounded a bit angrier there than usual, Weaver. You having a bad day? I mean, I guess Hal would definitely make for a bad day if you had to work with him every day. When I worked with my Hal, you may recall from the previous episode, it was a woman named Tony. She was draining. Like, whenever I had to work with her, I was physically and mentally drained after dealing with her, because she put me under so much stress and unnecessary aggravation. And now, like I said, I'd be able to handle it because I would just blow her off and, you know, I wouldn't let her get to me. But it took me a while to get to that part. And I'm sure I wouldn't always be able to do that. I mean, when I'm sick, my defenses go down and I kind of revert to my core personality, which is... Whoops. Come back, come back, come back, come back. I'll just let the time expire. Oh, and I'm out of tethers anyway after that. 3.1 million, not awful. 9.3 million is still on the ship. Destroyed about $1 million worth of stuff. That's not good. That was mainly the rings that I threw in the barge, but it was unavoidable. Not with my current tools.
Good morning, Cutter 93.
Hello.
52. All the team at Lynx would like to wish you a happy and productive day.
Cute posters that we can hang in the hab. We got some parts. I don't know if we can put anything in the ship, eh? Oh yeah, we have a data recovery. So I'll, again, timestamp this if you don't want to hear it. This is the Stellar Commission 1 of 3. So that is the Stellar Commission's logo. The current exceedingly dull logo of the Stellar Commission. So I will play this out. If you want to skip it, there's timestamps down in the time bar.
Phonotext reading, The Stellar Commission, Part 1.
The Stellar Commission, governing body for most of humanity, a barometer for stellar conflict and a platform for pan-solar collaboration. Let's look at the organization, its wins and losses over the years, and how it has been tested by many logistical and social issues. Since 2275, when it was formed to address the need for a unified method of governing the many disparate colonies of humankind, the Stellar Commission has routinely come up against one of the ugliest forces in the whole solar system, the sheer, unmitigated joy of corporations exploiting humans as they see fit. Centuries of nearly zero regulation amid the colonies has emboldened and empowered these corporations to the point that they've come to wield immense power over civilization. You'd think that with the formation of the Commission, whose members hail from all corners of the solar system, those companies would have found their true match. But frankly, the actions of the Commission have been largely wanting. The long procession of chairfolk, all the way back to the first of their line, Chairperson Rao, despite their best efforts, have seen themselves outperformed practically every step of the way. The sad reality is that the Commission has largely struggled to find methods to govern the many vast pockets of humanity, scattered tens of thousands of kilometers apart from one another. We the peoples of the Stellar Commission band together in determination to save future generations of the horrors and historical missteps of our dying home planet, which has brought untold sorrows to humankind. Or so the mission statement goes.
All the lore. All the lore. Okay, so none of that's important for us. I mean, history is fine, but we are just little peons trying to work off our billion-dollar debt and try to build better lives for ourselves. That's all we can do. Okay, yes, heat. Heat capacity. Definitely want the heat capacity. Alright, next shift. Hopefully the last shift, but I think it's going to take me 2. At least if I want to try to get as much as I can.
Hey, D.
Yep, 213,000.
Iron Hands, Romanoff.
Agrafina? You bet I do.
Is that like a cutter you've worked with? Well, not exactly. She's more like a legend among shipbreakers.
She was so strong, she could pull panels apart with her bare hands.
That sounds not real.
Well, that may be. But there was an Agrafina Romanoff in the records, so there must be something to it. In fact, there are more cutter legends out there.
Yeah, I heard of Nanam, the original Burgun. I read she was adamant about never getting a spare. Lost limbs to avoid it.
Don't blame her, really. I don't even know what spare I'm on. That's okay, Ikato. That's what they're there for, after all. There's one of them fuses, Cutter. See them blinking red lights? Wait till they're off, then pull the release lever. Now don't forget to salvage that fuse.
I wonder if I accidentally cut him off there, but I hope he was done talking about the legends. Yeah, we'll get the fuses in a second. My priority here is I want to cut a hole so I can get into or out of the ship. Which I cannot do right now otherwise. I mean, right now all I can do is go through the airlocks, and that isn't good. Also not good is my stomach just churned. Just sitting here, just as I was doing this, just playing the game, not doing anything else. All of a sudden my stomach was like, hey, I exist, and I'm going to cause you some misery for a moment. So I think my illness might be just a wee bit more active and serious than I thought it was. I thought this was just going to be like a 24-hour bug, and I was going to be a little tired, and then I was going to be fine. But that was like 2 days ago. I know I don't feel well at all, so this will definitely be my last episode of the recording session. Okay, I don't think I need to take the cap off. Unless... Oh wait, can I... There we go. Yes, that's what I wanted to do. Perfect. Perfect. I'm just gonna let it go. Like, I'm just... We'll just let it bump against the hab for now. That's fine. I would love to get these rings out of the way. Actually, you know what? I could just send this into the processor. That is not going to the processor. Okay, yeah, my grapple beam is stronger than I thought it was. Okay. There we go. Oh, I missed the this. Into the furnace you go. Into the furnace with you. Alright. Okay. Well that worked out. So now I just need to finish cutting. Let's cut the cockpit away from the structure of the ship. Like so. Oh, the metal bars managed to kind of grab the piece I sent earlier. That's kind of funny. That actually works out. It'll push it in there. Awesome. All right, so... okay. I have a feeling that's Mom spoiling the baseball game for me. I shouldn't look at my text, but I'm going to. Because I was going to watch the game after recording. Yep. Yep, she spoiled the Cubs game for me. It's alright. Okay, let's see. Alright, so we should probably get under the ship now, under the structure, and start trying to peel. Because we can grab the power thingy anytime. We don't have to get it right now. It's fine. And I think it's a... maybe it's not a disservice. I was about to say disservice. But... so because they take away training time, and because they don't always explain everything you're supposed to do in this game, or at least not the proper order. So, in my opinion, you should not pull the power thing until you have everything else kind of done, because you never know what you'll need to power or unpower. Like, if you pull the power supply, and then you have to close a door to seal it off because you're going to do some sort of decompression, you've screwed yourself, because as soon as you remove the power supply, the doors become unpowered. The airlocks become unpowered, and then things get really risky. And I think it would have been better for Weaver, or just in a tutorial sense, if the game advised you, make sure you have everything else done first, and do power last. But instead, because it tries to do training on you, and it has those optional objectives, it makes you feel like you have to do the power thing first, and that's not the way you should do it. I suppose the argument could be made that the developers did that on purpose, because at that point you should know the proper order of operations, and if not, that's sort of still Hal being a dick. But I still think Weaver should have told you that the power thing should be your last thing to do. It is what it is. And really, I mean, even if you screw up your first one, you're going to know how to do it afterwards. So it's not a huge deal. Okay. So with that done, we can probably go extract the power supply, because there's nothing else in there that we need to worry about power-wise. So you can pull this power supply immediately, the power generator here. It won't damage it. It'll make this massive electrical issue that might electrocute you and everything else around you. So instead what you do is you come to the fuses, and the way I do this is I hold onto the wall and I turn off my light, because it's hard to see the red lights with that in your face. I mean, it's not impossible, but like, especially if you're pointing directly at it, and the fact I play on an ultra black monitor doesn't help. But anyway, the point is, you turn that off. You just turn this when there's no more red lights. Red, 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 white. Done. So, oh my god, the fuses are worth a lot of money. I never realized that before. He even said salvage the fuses. I wonder if they go in the barge. So we've got one, and then there are always 3 fuses, and they always speed up. So, son of a bitch, oxygen, mother flipper, tits McGee. All right. Up. Shouldn't need fuel. I think all I need is oxygen right now. Okay, so let's send this down into this. Just to get it out of there. At least I think that. Did I attach that right? I did. That was actually dumb. That's going to hit the ship. Okay, whatever. Anyway, there are always 3 fuses. You want to take care of all 3, and they speed up as you go. Red, 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 white. Collect fuse, 176,000. Yeah, or 170,000. Can I put this in the barge? Where does this go? It probably goes in the barge. Whoosh. No, it doesn't go in the barge. What the heck? Where are you? Is it just going to space?
All right, Cutter.
Okay, I just sent it to Earth. That's fine. Someone gets a free fuse.
Weaver out.
Maybe I have to physically grab those. Like, you're supposed to grab them for the Beulah, but... I mean, if they're worth money, I wonder where they're supposed to go. It didn't tell me where they're supposed to go. I couldn't imagine they're going to go to... I mean, maybe the processor? It's very... Unless I get the money for grabbing them. But that doesn't seem to make much sense. Oh, whatever. Alright. So we float on in here. Okay. Red, 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 white. Red, 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 white. Got it. I guess let's just grab it. Yeah, it doesn't change my money either way. It's strange. Okay, alright, so now that the fuses are taken care of, we've got green lights on the power generator. That means it can be safely extracted. And we'll tether it into the barge. And that's that. That's the hardest part, or the optional part, whatever you want to call it. I shouldn't say the hardest part. The hardest part is always the reactor. Especially a Mark II reactor, since you have to cut this massive hole in order to facilitate getting it out of there. Alright, so... we do that. So that takes care of that panel. And the barge, or the airlock goes to the barge.
Salvage registered. Transferring credit.
And that's that. Kind of wish there was a background on the clock. I couldn't glanced up there to see how much time was left and couldn't see it. It was white on white. Okay, get that. And then this goes here. There we go. Done. And then the airlock can be moved over here. Done. Okay. Alright, so I think I got all of the external bits. I wish I could cut this nano carbon panel in half. But I don't think I can without a demo charge. I don't know if it's worth trying to do a demo charge there. Yeah. Oh, maybe. Maybe it is worth doing a demo charge. Because now, this is at such a weird jutted angle, it's going to be really hard to kind of separate the pieces out, but that's fine. A lot of this from here on out is just going to be cutting. So we just have to make sure we're at the proper angle so I don't overcut.
Looking like you got about a minute left, Cutter.
There we go. So now this whole thing goes to the furnace. Okay. See, if I didn't have the demo charges, I could still cut around the, I could cut around these things. Like, I could cut these bars here rather than trying to blow these things. But since I've got them, I may as well try. And I'm going to need another 5. I'm going to need 8 just to cut through all of that stuff. And I don't have enough time to do all of that in this shift. So we'll call it an early shift and hopefully just have 1 left. Maybe 2, but I really hope it's just 1. There's only $4.2 million left on the ship. So, yeah, as long as I can get to goal 7, I'll probably call it.
Shipbreaker. Your allocated shift time will be commencing shortly.
Excellent. 4.9 million in the bank. Shippy, do you have anything you need from me? Nope, Shippy is good. So let's check our equipment. Looks like we're fine. Yes, brake. Let's get the brake. In fact, let's get brake 2. Oh, I can get brake 3? Even better. Even better. That's all of my points, but that's fine. I need to stop quickly. Alright, and then what do I need for the next... for demo capacity? +5 now, 41 license points. So that'll be in a bit. Yeah, there's a self-cleanup, which lowers the explosive range of the demo charge, but maintains how much it cuts. So basically the explosion is smaller. You can use it in more places. And then this one is a disarming mechanism that allows you to recover unexploded demo charges, which is nice because I will inevitably put one in the wrong position at one point. Hopefully not for a while, though. Alright, so I need fuel and I need more explosive charges. Fuel. Explosive charges. By the way, I kind of hope it happens here, but there is a chance that when you order the detonation of your charges, they don't actually explode because you're working with Lynx gear, and Lynx does not care about you, nor do they care about having the best stuff. And that is also a fool's trap because it's trying to convince you to get close to the charges and see what's wrong, when in reality, all you have to do is trigger it again. I think it would be interesting if the charges had a chance of exploding in your hand or something. It wouldn't be good for Iron Man mode. That would be a cheap way to lose an Iron Man mode run. But like, if there was just something, like putting them in the wrong place or putting them too far from a place, you know, just, I don't know. It would be interesting if there was a chance that things could go horribly, horribly wrong. But instead, everything should be nice and smooth here. So, here we go. And that is moving the entire ship, which is a problem and not something I expected. I guess the lesson there is make sure if you're using demo charges, that's the first thing you do. But that'll get the rings out of the way. And then that also makes it so I have plenty of room to send that into the barge. And we know from the last episode I can recover from this, even though the rest of the ship is jammed up against the wall of the base structure here, but that's fine. So, oh, that goes to the furnace too? Oh, excellent. Okay, so we're gonna grab and huck that, and then, yeah, these little legs go to the processor, but I don't care. I don't care about getting these little legs to the processor. They're not worth enough to justify trying to separate the round legs from the rest of the structure. So instead, we're going to cut this in half. Oh wow, yeah, the brake just stops me instantly now. Very handy.
Salvage deposit registered. Account credited.
Okay. Getting caught up on this stuff. Oh, I didn't fully free it yet. 11 minutes. I probably am going to need one more partial shift. Is that it? I do believe that's it. Yes, perfect. Okay, so with that section separated, we're going to take this airlock and put it in the barge. And this entire thing goes to the furnace.
Salvage deposit confirmed. Applying credit.
Because other than those little posts, everything goes to... Unless I left the panel on the outside, which I did not. The door control, which I did not do. So, yep, that'll be heading there. Ow, I bonked into something. Oh, this is one of the... Ah, jeez. I'm having trouble knowing where I am in space, which is not usually a problem for me. There is definitely something wrong with my body right now. That's okay. Last episode of the recording session. Hopefully I can get a little bit of rest after that. Alright.
Valuable component incinerated. Don't do that.
Got a lot on my mind too today. Just personal issues that I'm not going to lay out there for everyone to know. I'm going to be honest with you though, that I am a little off my game because usually with this, when I've been falling into dead silence, my memory kind of is like, hey, remember that thing you're going through? Want to think about that some more even though you're recording? Because brains are stupid. So I'm having a little bit of a issue with that right now too, but it's nothing I can't handle. Okay. So all of this is going to go to the furnace again, other than the little posts, but those are not valuable enough for me to do a special thing for. This is going to be tricky though. So we're going to have to take this bottom panel off so I can get the stuff out of there. And that might be a bit of a problem. It might be permanently attached to the panel on the left over here. Let's see if I can... see if I can get it off. No, it's still attached somehow. Okay, it might be attached. Is there... Oh, there is another bar. There's another beam right here. Okay, let's see if that detaches it. Nope, it's still attached. This is not. This can be hucked. That doesn't even matter if I got it in. I just needed it out of my way. Okay, so this panel might still be... Oh. No? No. That doesn't make sense. Okay, so that panel might still be attached because of the table. The chair and the table might be kind of holding it on. Yep, there it goes. Now the whole panel is going to move. The table had it glued. Okay, so now we can slip under, get the panel out of the way. Send that over to the furnace, and now we can get in here and grab and hook this stuff into the barge. So grab it, and hook it, and grab it, and hook it. I'm going to need oxygen in a second. Grab it, and huck it. Grab it.
Salvage deposit accepted.
Think that... Oh god, why? What's moving? Why? Why did that happen? Alright, that's okay. What we'll do is we'll try to pull those off from a farther distance. Oh, okay, so this one's loose. Shit, get in the barge, get in the barge! Oh! I thought for a second I just sent that into space. Alright. Yeah, we're gonna need... So either I'm going to need one more shift, or I'm just going to have to be satisfied with a partial job done, I think. I don't think I've got enough time to get everything else done like I was hoping I would. Battery pack. Into the barge you go. Aluminum panel. Into the furnace you go. You are a processor thing. You are very heavy. These fuel pipes, man. I mean, it makes sense. If you're carrying all the gas, like, you've got to build those things well. They probably should be over-engineered. Okay. Yep. That caused some weirdness, so let's... Oh, there's the salvage goal. There's salvage goal 7. So I could stop at this point if I didn't care about a... What is that? What is red? What is in there? The table. The table goes in the furnace? Okay. And that's fine.
5 minutes left in your shift, Cutter.
There you go.
What you do?
Alright. Okay. So now... What else is here? Ah, the storage bin. We extract that. Come on. Come out of there. Okay. Is there anything else left in here that we need to grab? Yes, there is. There are some electronic components. This is a computer terminal. Oh, shit. I am way too cowboy with getting those parts in there. Alright, so we grab and hook. Grab and hook. And now what I'm doing is I'm rushing, because I'm trying to get this done before my shift clock. So I won't feel bad about moving on. Grab and hook. Okay, is that it? Nope, there's another one. Grab. And huck. How about now? Those are fuses. Oh, there's another one. You can't extract the fuse box from the ship, I don't believe. I've never been able to figure it out if there is a way. Yeah, it all goes to the furnace, so... Yeah, it all goes to the furnace. Okay, so we're done here, so all of this goes to the furnace. The question is, does it have enough time to get over there? And then all of this ring, needs to go to the processor. No, 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 no. Damn it. Oh. Yeah, man, this is going to take me another shift, I think. Okay, that one is done properly. Wait, let's tether and then just go over here instead of trying to aim from 90 miles away. There we go. Okay, now, provided they actually get going... We have 2 minutes. I think it's going to... I think they'll get there in 2 minutes. 2 minutes is a long time when you're just moving crap. Is there anything else I have missed? There is a small something over here. That's probably an aluminum panel that doesn't really need to go anywhere. Yeah, this little thing is worth just $1,500, and that's basically nothing. Okay, and then there's something blue down here. Let's see what this thing is. It's a panel that goes to the furnace. It's only $64. It was probably costing me more in fuel to go get it than it was worth. But hey, man. Like I said, you don't leave a job half finished. Oh, wow, yeah, we had plenty of time. Thing's almost there. And this little thing, it's just a little piece of structure. There we go.
Cutter, you got 1 minute left. Time to shift your biscuits.
I'm shifting my biscuits as fast as I possibly can, Weaver, believe me. Because I want this thing in the thing before I go back to the thing. You know? That was English. Come on, baby. Get in there. 42 seconds. You can make it. Oops. Come on. Get in there. Go. Skedaddle. Skedaddle. Shoo. Shoo. I wonder if I should try that on Nisi. The Nisi's kind of a boomerang cat. You chuck her down the hallway and she's just going to come running back. Come on. Give me the credit for it. Come on. 10 seconds. Come on. Yes. Just in time. Yes, yes, yes. Yes. Oh, yeah, that was pretty much the rest of it. Okay, so 64,000 is left. That's fine. We don't care about that. 4.1 million has been salvaged in the day. It was a $25 million ship. We left 1 million of it destroyed. Ugh. Ugh. Could have been worse. All right, we've got it. Hooray! Any last message now that I hit rank 13? Game? After you load? Oh, we do have a message.
Hello, Shipbreaker. You have 1 incoming transmission waiting.
Okay, let's hear it.
Hey, Rook.
Hey, Lou.
How's life? I don't know why, but I've been feeling a bit lonely lately. Lonelier than usual, even, which is saying something for this kind of work. Creeps up on me sometimes. Gets me thinking about this girl I knew back on the airs platforms. Bumped into her while climbing around the scrapyards. Red hair. Like hot metal. Wicked smart, that one. Cute, too. We ate falafel at a street vendor, then got ice cream. Her lips were cold and sweet when we kissed. I was too shy to go home with her. She had fire in her. She left for a job out on the frontier, other side of Jupiter. I'm not mad at her. I would have done the same thing. Where I'm from, you can't really pass up those opportunities. Wonder if she ever thinks about me. Hope she's happy. Hell, she sure shouldn't have any regrets. Anyway, I'll get back to daydreaming and leave you be. Lou out.
Lou. She opens up about as much as I do at work. I don't want to. I mean, like, I try not to give so many personal details about myself, and yet I do here all the time on the show. And I think that's a personality thing with me. Like, I want to open up to people. I want to talk to people. Most people just don't want to talk to me or listen to me. But hey, I guess you do since you're still here, right? Anyway, that's going to do it for today. Thank you all very much for watching, and I will see you again soon for another episode of Hardspace Shipbreaker. We got a little bit more work to do, working down that debt. Bye, guys.